Why don't fitness junkies ever play hide and seek? Because good luck hiding when you've got buns of steel. Now that's a funny thought, isn't it? But there's a grain of truth in there. A strong, well-toned lower body is not just about aesthetics, it's about health, balance, and power. It's the foundation that supports all your movements, whether you're lifting weights, running a marathon, or just doing everyday chores. And let's not forget, when it comes to sporting those tight jeans or that summer swimsuit, a firm backside can certainly boost your confidence. So, are you ready to transform your derriere from doughy to dynamite? Are you prepared to feel the burn and push your limits? Well, you're in the right place. We're about to dive into an intense workout that will make your buns feel like they're forged in steel. So, if you're ready to turn your buns into iron, then stick around. Before we kick off this steel butt workout, we need to ensure we're all warmed up. Warming up is like turning the key in your car's ignition. You're getting the engine ready to roar. So let's get those buns toasty. First off, we're going to start with some light jogging in place. This will get your heart rate up and your blood pumping. Next, we move on to leg swings. Stand tall, hold on to something for balance, and swing one leg forward and back like a pendulum. Do this for about 30 seconds, then switch to the other leg. After that, we'll introduce some lunges. These are great for stretching out your hip flexors and activating your glutes. And finally, let's wrap up the warm-up with some good old squats. Remember, the aim here is not to fatigue your muscles, but to wake them up. Now that we're warmed up, let's jump into our workout. Alright, time to get serious. Our first exercise is squats. Now you might be thinking, squats? Really? Isn't that a bit basic? But let me tell you, there's a reason squats are a staple in any good workout routine. They engage your entire lower body, and yes, that includes your butt. So let's break it down. Start by standing straight, feet shoulder width apart. Imagine you're about to sit on a chair that's a little too far behind you. Keep your chest up, your back straight, and your eyes looking forward. Now push your hips back and bend your knees. Go as low as you can without compromising your posture. You should feel a stretch in your glutes and thighs. Hold it for a beat, and then push back up to the starting position. That's one squat. Now a few key points. Make sure your knees are in line with your toes. Don't let them cave inwards or jut outwards. And remember, it's not about speed, it's about control. The slower you go, the more you engage your muscles. Feeling good about your technique? Great. Now let's talk intensity. To make your squats more challenging, you can add weights. Hold a dumbbell in each hand, or if you're feeling particularly adventurous, rest a barbell across your shoulders. But remember, don't sacrifice form for weight. Start light and work your way up. If you're not quite ready for weights, that's okay. You can increase intensity by doing more reps, or by holding the squat at the lowest point for a few extra seconds. Just remember to listen to your body. It's okay to feel the burn, but it shouldn't be painful. Great job on those squats, folks. Now let's move on to our next exercise. Next up, we have lunges. Don't worry, no heavy weights required. Now let's dive into the nitty-gritty of lunges. These exercises are a fantastic way to tone your glutes. And the best part is that no gym equipment is necessary. All you need is your willingness to embrace the burn. Start by standing tall with your feet hip-width apart. This is your starting position. Take a step forward with your right foot and lower your body until your right knee is bent at a 90-degree angle. Your left knee should hover just above the ground. Make sure your front knee is directly above your ankle, not pushed out too far, and your other knee should not touch the floor. To maintain balance, keep your hands on your hips or extend them out like airplane wings. Now push back up to the starting position. That's one rep. Repeat this process with your left leg. Here's a pro tip for you. Keep your upper body straight, with your shoulders back and relaxed and chin up. Imagine a string attached to the top of your head pulling you upwards. Now if you're feeling adventurous and want to up the ante, try adding in some weights. You can use a pair of dumbbells or even some filled water bottles. Just hold them in your hands as you do your lunges. Remember, the goal here is not speed, but precision. Each lunge should be a controlled movement. You're not just moving your body, you're sculpting it. It's okay if you can't do many at first. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is a steel butt. Start with a few and gradually increase the number as your strength improves. Keep a steady rhythm. Inhale as you step forward and exhale as you push back up. Feel the power in your legs and glutes with each rep. Well done on those lunges. Let's push on to the next exercise. Now, we're moving on to glute bridges. Get ready to feel the burn. We're going to dive right into the nitty-gritty of glute bridges, an exercise that's going to make your rear feel like it's on fire. But don't worry, it's a good kind of fire, the kind that chisels and molds steel. So how do we do a glute bridge, you ask? Well, it's quite simple, yet incredibly effective. You start by lying flat on your back, knees bent, feet flat on the floor and arms by your side. Your feet should be hip-width apart. Now brace your core, squeeze those glutes tight, and lift your hips off the floor until your knees, hips and shoulders form a straight line. Make sure not to arch your back, keep it neutral. Hold this position for a few seconds, then slowly lower your hips back to the ground. That's 1 rep done, my friends. Now let's talk about form. Form is crucial in any exercise, but especially with glute bridges. You don't want to rush through the movements. Trust me. Take your time and focus on the muscle contraction. Remember to keep your feet flat on the ground and push through your heels when lifting your hips. This will help you engage your glutes even more. If you're finding this too easy, well, I've got a challenge for you. Try single leg glute bridges. Same principle, but this time you're going to extend one leg straight out while lifting your hips. Yep, you heard it right. This is going to intensify the burn and take your workout to the next level. Remember, the key to a steel butt isn't just doing the exercises, it's doing them right. So focus on the quality of your movements, not the quantity. Awesome work with those glute bridges. Now let's wrap up our workout. The road to a steel butt may be paved with sweat and determination, but I promise you, it's worth it. So let's keep pushing and sculpting our way to those iron buns. Great job, everyone. Now that we've got those buns of steel working, let's cool them down. And what better way to do that than with a simple and effective cool-down routine? We'll focus on lower body exercises, of course. First, let's start with a gentle walk around the room. Keep your movements slow and controlled, really feeling the burn in those glute muscles. Next, we're going to ease into a series of stretches. Start with a simple hamstring stretch, reaching down to touch your toes. Remember, it's not about how far you can reach, but about feeling that pull down the back of your legs. Moving on, let's perform a deep glute stretch. Cross one ankle over your knee and gently press down on the elevated knee. Again, it's all about feeling that stretch in your bum muscles. Finally, finish with a few minutes of deep, relaxing breaths. Inhale, exhale, and feel the tension leaving your body. Well done, everyone. That's a wrap for today's workout. Before we say goodbye, remember what it takes to achieve buns of steel: consistency, determination, and a sense of humor. It's not every day you get to work on crafting the perfect derriere, but with our guide, we hope you're one step closer to your fitness goals. Remember, every squat, every lunge, every bit of sweat is a statement of your commitment to a healthier, stronger you. And while we're on the topic of commitment, why not commit to us too? You can do that by giving us a thumbs up if you found our content helpful and engaging. Don't forget to drop a comment below. Share your thoughts, progress, or even some butt-related humor. We appreciate all your feedback and stories. And oh yes, hit that subscribe button to stay updated with our latest workout guides, fitness tips, and more. So until next time, keep those buns moving. And remember, you're just one workout away from a better mood.